George Bush may not like black people. Kanye West may not like Taylor Swift. And Carl Edwards may not like NASCAR racing. When he launched Brad What's-His-Name, Krashelotsky, with only 6 laps to go, Carl selfishly put his payback ahead of all else. The other drivers trying to race, the guys battling for the win, and the fans that paid to see a close finish. Carl didn't care about the racing, he had his own priorities. So in honor of his sponsor, I say Carl Edwards is not just a quack, he's a real affluck. And it wasn't even a great flip. Here's some airtime so big these guys earned frequent flyer points. Carl Edwards was too comfortable place kicking the guy. Maybe the cars are too safe, and the respect for other drivers too weak. You know, I suggest in the old days, when it was the other way around, the racing was better. But maybe not better than what's cooking in Formula One for 2010. 6 drivers, 4 teams, all legit championship contenders, and probably some surprises. Let's take a look at F1 on this week's Shakedown.
Sie sind zurück. Und diesmal sind sie nicht allein.
That was the intro German TV is using to promote F1. So the editor guy has some comic book crush on the Silver Surfer? But maybe the Fantastic Four theme is the apt analogy, with Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, and Mercedes being the 4 elite teams. But what does that make Schumi, Victor Von Doom? The Bahrain track is different this year with 8 additional turns. Now teams have to balance downforce versus top speed. Red Bull has done their video marketing thing with the release of Bahrain simulator laps. I think Vettel is saying, right here is where I'm going to kick Schumi's old man ass. Google it up and enjoy the Red Bull laps. The English version from Mark Webber too.
2 right-handers, second one very, very tight, accelerating away.
New car designs and new rules are going to have a big impact on the racing. Here are some things to watch for. If the McLaren wing and shark fin remain legal, watch for Button and Lewis to have an advantage with downforce and top speed. It's called a blown wing. An extra slot channels air across the bottom back to keep airflow attached to lessen drag, even when running high downforce angles. McLaren's hollow shark fin rams air to the slot. Rumor is the flow is driver adjustable, so it works differently in low speed and high. The wing's likely legal, the driver adjuster may not be, so McLaren's bringing 2 designs just in case. Mercedes hid their potential in testing. A new super diffuser will be added, and they've yet to run blown wings. Having won here last year, the silver arrows, they may shine. Red Bull will have a new diffuser too, using engine exhaust to accelerate the air. The third aero element that matters is the adjustable front wing flap. Up to 6 degrees, I think. With tire management dictated by the rules, the driver that masters this tool to keep the car balanced will have a faster race. The new rules that put a premium on tires are the following. No refueling. A very heavy car starts the race, very hard on tires. Qualifying is now a low fuel scenario, but you have to start your race on your qualifying tires. At Bahrain, the 2 compounds are super soft, faster but more fragile, or medium, more durable. So, aggressive qualifying on super soft leaves you stuck on worn tires on a heavy car that will surely force an early pit stop. Qualifying on mediums, and you risk falling back into the pack. That's why Ferrari's been working hard to find speed on mediums. Oh yeah, and the other tire qualifying X factor, cars outside the top 10 get to start the race on new rubber. So strategy, and a team good at that, will have an advantage. Ross Brawn? Then you need a car that is easy on tires and balanced on both, like a Brawn Mercedes, or rumor says this year's Sauber. The tire pit stops. 3 seconds will be good. Red Bull claims practicing at 1.8. Some other tidbits to watch for. Will the slender, long wheelbase cars do better than the pudgier, short chassis Renault? Will the new point system make the fights to the front fiercer? Will the significant lap time differences of the rookie teams versus the Fantastic Four, up to 12 seconds a lap, play havoc with getting a clean lap? What pending embarrassment is in store for the HRT team that will turn their first ever miles in first practice with 2 rookie drivers? Will everyone be stopping in the first 10 laps when the cars are slow? How many tire pit stops will there be? 1, 2, 3, every 1.8 seconds? Okay, let me take a risk and offer up some prediction/comment fodder. The heavier cars will spend more time racing at lower Gs, so Schumi's 41-year-old neck will not be taxed as much as it would have been in prior years. The ultimate lap 1, turn 1 will see Alonso wheel-to-wheel with Schumi. Rubens will carry Williams to levels Rosberg could not. Hamilton will have to be perfect to win at Bahrain, and if tire management really matters, Button can win. I expect the race to come down to Team McLaren's total package versus Ferrari not screwing up, versus Red Bull's speed, versus Ross and Mike's sheer force of strategy and will. My Italian heart says Ferrari Alonso. My wife says Schumi. My head says either Mercedes team, and my citizenship says the real American team is Corvette Racing. But we'll get into that next week with the Sebring Sports Car Preview. Shakedown.